Well, Kieran's just said it there, Sophie. I mean, many congratulations, first of all, but this is indeed one for the history books, whether it's in an hour's time, in a year's time, in 50 years' time. Ipswich Town's first professional female player was Sophie Peskett. How does that feel?
Yeah, obviously, like it's an amazing feeling. Like I can't really put it into words. So yeah, it's just amazing. Like just the feeling right now is just yeah, I can't describe it.
It's the latest milestone in what's been quite a time for you at the club. I mean, you only actually arrived in 2019, and I think in that time we yet to complete a full season, but it feels like so much has happened.
Yeah. Obviously, like, I haven't been here that long, but yeah, as you said, like we've done so well as a team, and yeah, it's just so much has happened in the last 2 years where it just it feels so surreal, but it's a really good way to start off what we're trying to do at the club.
So much has happened in the last 2 years, as you say, and so much has happened in the last fortnight, even without a ball being kicked. We've got this momentous news today, and also just under a fortnight ago, promotion finally confirmed and much deserved for the women's team. How did it feel when that was finally confirmed, and the build up to that? Was that a little bit edgy, thinking, oh, hang on, this might happen again? It might, we might have to go without it.
Yeah, I think we all sort of were quite confident, but I think I was like guilty of I didn't want to be too confident and then almost get my hopes down. So yeah, I sort of it was a bit nervy going into it where we found out, but obviously once we found out, it was amazing, and we were all just so excited for next season now.
Yeah, and you must be excited for next season when you'll be playing at Step 3. And given how you've performed against high-level opposition in the last couple of years, you could do some damage at Step 3, couldn't you?
Yeah, obviously everyone in the team, we're just looking to perform as best as we can as a team. And obviously, yeah, from the scores we've had in the past with teams in the league above, we've just done really well. So yeah, we're all really looking forward to seeing how we get on against them.
And with regards to your news today, I noticed the club said that there had been Super League interest in you. How aware had you been of that? And was that tempting ever at any point?
Obviously, like it's not it's like motivating to sort of get that recognition, but I think it was always a no-brainer for me to stay at Ipswich. Like all the support I have from all the staff, players, that like relationships I've formed in the last 2 years, it wasn't too much of a hard decision for me to make.
It's a real statement from the club, I feel, both in you and in this women's team as well, because professional contracts at this level are quite rare, aren't they?
Yeah. Obviously, like when I was told about it, I was quite shocked, and it was amazing. So yeah, it's obviously really nice to see the ambition at the club and what they're willing to put into it.
And how beneficial is this to you and to, say, your family as well? We know that players make lots and lots of sacrifices. You're reliant on family, you're reliant on sponsors to an extent as well. How is this going to help?
Yeah, obviously, my whole life I've made sacrifices where I've sort of done it almost off my own back, and obviously because I love it. So it's obviously going to be very helpful. It's going to help me with my studies next year, like going to university. So yeah, it's going to be really helpful with that.
And just finally, Sophie, it comes at a time when, what we hope will be a really exciting time for the football club. We've had news of the takeover in recent months. A world famous musician is going to be sponsoring the shirts next season. Lots and lots of stuff is happening at the club. How does it feel to be a part of it?
Yeah, obviously so much is going on at the moment, and just the feel around it is just amazing. Like being in the environment, it's just so surreal. So yeah, I'm loving it.
There's been a lot of hype, deserved hype, a big buzz around this women's team in recent seasons. I mean, from my perspective, in terms of covering Ipswich Town, it's been one of the most exciting things about covering Ipswich Town in recent seasons. But have you noticed, given events of the past few weeks, an extra buzz about the place?
Yeah, obviously I know one thing I do love about this club is that all the fans, everyone gets behind us so much. So yeah, I'd say just the feel around it is just amazing, and the support we get is just, you wouldn't get it anywhere else.
And just on that support, I know it's only been a few hours since the announcement, but your Twitter feed has probably been going crazy. I noticed from teammates, from coaches. Like I saw a really nice message from Andy Bayford. Loads of people, are loving this news today and are right behind you.
Yeah, it's obviously really nice to like get all the support from it, and we sort of expected it to be like that. So it's just I'm trying to sort of reply to people and sort of give back, because obviously I know how much the supporters and stuff do put in to like support us and watch our games. So yeah, it's amazing.
Well, congrats once again, Sophie. We wish you all the best going forward and look forward to catching up next season.
Thank you.
Okay, Katie.
Congratulations, Sophie. What a momentous day for the club. I mean, what does this mean to you, kind of your professional development as a player? You've been with Town for a couple of years. How does this sort of change the way you approach your kind of footballing career going forward?
I don't think it changes too much, because obviously I've always wanted to have a sort of professional attitude towards it anyway. But I'd say it just sort of helps to sort of support what I'm trying to do and just develop me as a player, physically, mentally, technically, everything. So yeah.
And how key is it to have kind of that sort of financial support and not have to think about, I know a lot of your colleagues, they have other jobs, they have other responsibilities, to make sure that they can still keep sort of with Town on their days off and stuff. How much does it mean to not have to kind of worry about those sort of things?
Yeah, that's obviously really good, because like I know there's some players obviously in the previous years who have sort of had to make sacrifices, not be at training or not be at a game because of a job that obviously in some ways can be more important. So it's obviously really nice to be able to not have to worry about that side of it, and I can just focus on my football and just keep getting better.
I know we were talking to Joe last week. He's very ambitious for next season. He said if you'd won it on the pitch, you'd be looking perhaps kind of to try and bounce back double, head up to the Championship. Is that something you see your team being able to manage next season?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, as Joe said, if we were to have won it on the pitch, I think it would have put us in there with really good momentum. Obviously, how it happened, it's not ideal, but I do still think we are still pushing for promotion, and I don't see why we can't do that.
A lot's been sort of made of women's football players being sort of role models for the next generation. Obviously, you're the first player not only for Ipswich Town but in Suffolk for within the county to get a professional contract. I mean, does that sort of change the way you see yourself as a role model? You've obviously got quite a strong academy side that look up to the likes of you as well.
Yeah, I guess so. I think obviously as much next year I want to help out doing sort of coaching and things like that with like the community trust to sort of support that side and like be a role model to young players who are getting better. So yeah, I think obviously being a role model is what I want to do. So yeah.
But yeah, that's it from me. Congratulations, Sophie.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations, Sophie. I was just wondering, did you have an agent before all this, or has it all kind of worked on that side of things?
No, I didn't. I just sort of, me and my parents, yeah. And sort of Joe sort of obviously would help with things like that.
Okay, and sort of as the only full-time pro on the women's side, how's sort of training going to work and that kind of thing? What? Because obviously all your teammates aren't going to be coming in at 10 a.m. like all the fellow pros on the men's team do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess I'm not really sure what the structure looks like for next season, to be honest with you. So I guess we'll have to see. Okay,
thank you very much indeed. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
Have a great season ahead. And England. I was going to ask about England. Are you involved with England at the moment? I know you've won caps at under 19 level, haven't you?
Yeah. So with the England setup, obviously with COVID, it got stopped at the under 19s, and they've done the draw for the World Cup, where England aren't in it. So it's sort of stopped now for my age group. So I'll be looking for the seniors next. So yeah, that's a shame, but that's is what it is.
Okay, thank you very much. Congratulations again. And
thank you.
Season ahead.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for that. Appreciate it.